Hey, thanks for joining me. Kathy Dayan here. So there was a very interesting survey that Inc.com did in late 2018 going into the new year about resolutions. And I was fascinated by this because the month before that I had done some of my own research as well, which I'll share with you in just a minute. But I want to read to you the top 3 things that Inc.com came up with in this survey, because it's probably not going to surprise you, but it might. The first thing, there were 2,000 people that were surveyed. The number one resolution for 2019, 71% of people surveyed gave this answer: to diet or eat healthier. Probably not surprising, right? The second one, there were 10. I'm not going to go through all 10. I'm just going to give you the top 3. The second one was to exercise more. 65% of people surveyed said they wanted to exercise more. And the third one was to lose weight. And 54% of people surveyed either have or think they have weight to lose. That's a huge number of people that are feeling like they're not eating healthy enough, that need to exercise more, and that need to lose weight. I was fascinated by this survey. What's interesting, though, is that I did my own research. I actually sent out a survey in late 2018 as well, and found some interesting things in that survey too. I want to share with you the top 3 things in 2 categories that came back in that survey. What is it that you want most as it relates to diet, exercise, and weight loss? And I'm going to give you the top 3 answers that came back in my research. Okay, number 1, hands down, was looking and feeling better in clothes. Number 2, having more energy. And number 3, having longevity or a better quality of life. Pretty big stuff, in my opinion. Now, the second part of the survey asked the question, what are the things that get in your way of this? What holds you back from achieving these things? Here's what people had to say in my survey. Number 1, across the board, I struggle with consistency. Number 2, I struggle with motivation. And number 3, I'm an emotional or stress eater. Fascinating to me. So looking better in clothes, having more energy, and having longevity and a better quality of life are not enough to keep you consistent and motivated, and to bypass emotional stress when you recognize that you're emotionally eating because of stress. I thought that was really interesting, and I started to ponder this. Why is that? One of the primary reasons is that we live in an instant gratification kind of society. I think that's clear, right? Everything's on demand, everything's fast food, everything's prepackaged. We barely have to lift a finger to get dinner and a movie, right? We can just call the food, have DoorDash deliver it while we're sitting on the couch, getting our on-demand movie. It's amazing how little we have to do. And so we value instant gratification. So when we have a craving, what do, right? We go for it. We're like, oh, I want it right now. So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to give myself that instant gratification, which feels like comfort to us, doesn't it? I'm saying this because I feel it. I know how this goes. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. But the real issue goes deeper than that, doesn't it? Because really it comes down to what we value. So I want to ask you something. I want you to think about something with me for a second. Have you ever been in any kind of a relationship, a romantic relationship with someone, and they did something, or maybe they weren't doing something, and it was causing a problem in your dynamic? So say, for example, you had said, hey, listen, I've noticed you're a little flirty with other girls or other guys while we're out. That makes me feel kind of uncomfortable, and I want to feel like I'm the most special person to you. So what would be better for me would be if you did this. Or maybe they say oh, hey, I'll call you at 4:30 when I get off work today. And then 3 hours go by, you don't hear from them. And they have a pattern of doing this, and you bring it up and you ask them to change it. And still nothing changes. Anybody ever had that happen before? Anybody relate to that on any level? Well, take that concept for just a second and let's turn that to the body. Your body says to you, hey, I need some plant nutrients. I need some lean animal protein, or just some other kind of lean protein. I need plenty of water. I need exercise. I don't need sugar because it's poison to me. I need you to lay off the alcohol a little bit. And by the way, please don't shove so much Advil down your throat because that's jacking up my liver and making it work overtime. And when you get sick, can you not take antibiotics? Because that kills your immune system, ironically, and makes it so that I have to work extra harder to digest your food. Your body is asking you for all of this, but what do, right? Oh man, that hot fudge sundae sure looks good. It's kind of an interesting thought when we put ourselves in the shoes of our body and how our body might feel when we don't give it what we want. Well, let's go back to that relationship, that romantic relationship for a minute. What would happen if you kept telling your significant other what you needed and wanted over and over again, and it wasn't happening? They were blowing you off and and they just kept doing what they wanted to do. Eventually, you'd probably say, I'm out of here. I'm going someplace else. I'm not going to be a part of this situation anymore because it's not good for me. Well, imagine if your body did that. And doesn't that happen sometimes? Don't we find that we get a diagnosis we're not happy about? Or now somehow we don't have the energy or the stamina that we used to have because we're not giving our bodies what we need. Think about this as you go into the new year. And I want to invite you because I've got a very exciting resource coming out on February 20th. This is going to be all about changing these things permanently and with ease, totally with ease, so that you're not falling into these same traps over and over again. Heck, maybe there's something to these New Year's resolutions, right? That Inc.com found in these surveys, people wanting to get healthier and lose weight. It's the same thing everybody says every year. If we keep saying that every year, that's because we're in bondage to this somehow. Wouldn't it feel great to get free from that? That's what my resource is going to be all about, getting free from it once and for all. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day or evening, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon.